This shit got really freaky at the end. It became like a Learning with Pibby Sonic EXE crossover event. What the f? Alright y'all, it's time to talk about Scrapnik Island. Population, you and me. We got a lot to talk about and not a lot of time to do it, so let's get into it. First things first, we get a flashback to the origins of Scrapnik Island, with Sigma being the first to wake up and find the other badniks trashed and washed up around the shore. We can imagine most of these guys are either washed here away from different battles that have taken place over throughout Sonic's world, or most of them came from the Death Egg wreckage, because we see the Death Egg is the main thing on that island. It seems that most of these badniks are old, as Tails said later on in the issue, so a lot of these guys are probably classic badniks that have been put together piece by piece with duct tape and glue and bubblegum just to have a living here. We find out that the majority of most of these badniks are that they're relatively harmless and that they're trying to move past their past. Like, they don't want to live trying to fight Sonic anymore, they're just trying to live their lives as best as a badnik robot can. Even Mecha Sonic has pretty much gone docile, as we see him taking care of the sunflower that we saw in the first Scrapnik issue. Think of Scrapnik Island as this big retirement home for classic and adventure era badniks. However, not content to just stay put on the island, it seems like Sigma wants to use the egg carrier that we saw inside of the Death Egg to escape Scrapnik Island, hopefully to go off to better shores to live, of course, a better life. One thing I do love is that Sonic does extend an olive branch here. He actually tries to make friends with Mecha, despite them being obviously at odds with one another, considering their past, but Mecha Sonic seems like he's okay with it. However, he is flipping back and forth either between his Eggman programming and trying to snap back to his regular self. And not only that, we see that Mecha Knuckles is there as well. And unlike Mecha Sonic, he can't seem to turn his programming off. As Sigma explains later, there's a lot more going on with him that he can't, like, turn off. So even despite Sigma telling him that everything's alright and hey, Sonic's on our side, Mecha Knuckles ain't having it. I do like that they gave him the OVA Knuckles hat. That's a nice little distinguishing feature there. So yeah, what winds up happening is that Mecha Sonic goes on the attack against Sonic, and since he's injured, Mecha Sonic is the one to step in and actually help fight off Mecha Sonic for him. Which goes to show that yes, he is trying to move past his past. I gotta figure out a better word to say than that. Unfortunately, Mecha Knuckles is just too much for him to handle, and what winds up happening is he gets knocked down, and I guess that just causes him to snap. Mecha Sonic flashes back to the events of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, where he's fighting Knuckles, and of course Sonic, and this part gets mad freaky. Like legit, it reminded me of like the glitching out with the smile of Sonic EXE and the weird facial glitching features of Learning with Pibby, which I don't know if that ever came out or not. Maybe I should watch that sometime if it even is a thing to watch. But y'all know what I'm talking about with the Learning with Pibby glitch facial thing? Like, I don't know, it got really weird, and I was like, this Scrapnik Island series is leaning a lot into a lot of horror elements. That's really hard to say. Horror elements, I said. And then after all the flashbacks, we can see what the word that triggered him was. Trash. 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 He does not want to be trash. So what does our boy do? He rises up like the Undertaker after his beating, gets on Mecha Knuckles, grabs him by the head and says, goodbye. Overkills the shit out of Mecha Knuckles. He's gone. Like, that boy is done. He ain't getting back up from that. And yeah, Mecha Sonic is back on his old shit now. Like, absolutely destroyed this man in the most gruesome way I've ever seen a badnik destroy another badnik. And after all of that, he reverts back to his old programming. Unfortunately, he just wasn't able to snap out of it. Something got knocked loose in his head or something, but he wasn't able to fight his original programming for much longer. So sadly, it looks like an injured Sonic is going to have to wind up taking on Mecha Sonic, who is now angry and fueled by rage and possibly revenge. And with Sigma knocked the hell out and Tails on the other side of the island, it looks like he's going to have to get very creative on how to get away from him this time. Overall, this book just seems to be getting better and better, and I'm really enjoying the direction they're going with this. I love seeing the badniks, classic or otherwise, return, like the Adventure E-Series robots and the classic badniks. Mecha Sonic is a big favorite of mine, and seeing him come back and just embodying Mecha Knuckles was something else. I hope Mecha Knuckles isn't actually gone. I hope he comes back at some point. I mean, he could be repaired, but like, goddamn, like, Mecha Sonic does not play. I don't know, guys. I'm just having a lot of fun reading these books right now. Overall, I think I'll give this one a high 8.9 out of 10. But let me know what you guys think of this book below in the comment section, and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for more videos like this, and ring the bell. That's the most important part of all. Ring that bell. Can you guys do me one more favor? Maybe share this video with your comic-loving friends if you maybe want to help these videos get higher views. It would help me out, and I would be very appreciative of that. So, guys, thank you for watching all the way to the very end. The algorithm loves when you guys do that. I appreciate y'all. You guys are the OGs right now. I love y'all. Anyway, for now, guys, that's going to do it for me. If I missed anything, again, let me know in the comment section below. I will catch you all next time. So, in the meantime, guys, stay tuned.